So welcome back to TNTV, where this week I'm with my Oriental wife, all the way from Birmingham, England. Not sure why, but it's a great
I haven't worn this jacket for ages.
I love it. It's, she's a very extrovert woman, then why wouldn't you wear a jacket like that? It looks fantastic. So, today on the couch, we're dealing with an issue that hits literally millions and millions of people, which we've not really spoken about before.
Not in
but it is
detail,
the
no.
issue of people that keep getting in the same relationship over and over again. So it's like 1 minute it's on, like Friday night it's on, Monday morning it's off,
yes.
and then Friday afternoon it's back on again, and sometimes there's bigger gaps and there's not. So it's the on-off relationship syndrome.
In and out, on and off. And also, the other thing that happens, I've noticed, is that we get a lot of people who come here to us as singles, and they're still thinking, well, if I just behave differently, maybe I could get back with my old relationship. So there's a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, so there is a couple of key points here that you may find, or just put your hand up and go, oh dear, I do that. Because if you do that, basically what's going to be happening is you're going to keep getting the results that you don't want. And we're here, of course, to help you get the results that you do want. So I guess, this is pretty applicable to men and women. So we're not going to differentiate, different people, doesn't matter what sex they are, basically run these crazy patterns. And I guess the first pattern, or what causes you to be in an on-off, in-out relationship, is the number one thing is definitely you don't feel good enough about yourself. So, and I've definitely had to put my hand up, I've been there, where I was in a relationship where it's like fearful to leave because I didn't believe I was good enough to be able to get into another relationship. In other words, why would anybody else want to be with me? And that is just really low self-esteem, low confidence, that sort of stuff.
That's right. And the other thing that we've noticed a lot is that often the couples will realise that, we'll say, like, what's your relationship? What's happening in your relationship? And they go, oh, we're always arguing, we're always falling out, both of us are, or one of us or both of us is always saying this isn't working. And so we say to them, look, it's actually sometimes more difficult to actually get yourself in the right place that you need to be in to attract a fantastic relationship whilst you're in this old relationship where you've got lots of triggers, lots of reasons why, lots of history, lots of things that have happened between you. And so obviously that makes it more difficult because you've got that happening all the time. So what we say to people is we say, look, it might be better for you to spend some time on your own to get yourself, as we call it, in a great place and remove yourself from this relationship.
Yeah, but you have to be really committed to do this. And of course the ping-pong effect of being in and out is that people, they break up within a bit of a bad mood, bit of an argument, or even sometimes just agree that they can't agree and they split up. But then when they're on their own, there's like a time frame in which they don't feel good being alone, so then they look back at the other person, and often they'll have gone to the other person, well, if you were like me, of course, which is what we always say, it would be great. So you've got the other person trying to meet their needs. Very conditional love this is. This is not love at all. If you start saying to us that you love this person, we'd be going, how would it be that's not what love is? Because you're asking them to change so that you can be with them. You want their behaviour to be the sort of behaviour that you could live with.
That's right. And what often happens, which is really interesting, is that when people do this in-out, when they do split up, they tend to then live their lives in a better way. And then the other person, because they stay in a lot of contact, and there's one of the things that's really key. If you stay in a lot of contact, what that means is you see the other person going, oh, they're getting on with their life, they're behaving in the way that you probably think you would like them to behave in the relationship, and you go, okay, now we've had this bit of time off, we can get back together. Or you just kind of keep in so much contact that you get back together anyway. Now, so what we're saying, which might sound a bit blunt and harsh, is that actually the best thing to do is go inside yourself, like we say to many people, go inside yourself, see what your behaviour is in this relationship that's causing it not to work, and then if you cannot change your behaviour and get a different result within the relationship, you need to move away from that other person and stay out of contact with them so that you can really get yourself in the right place.
It really is. We did this exercise with a group of people the other day where we got them to mirror when things were not very good. We got them to act out what it was like when they were behaving badly, and then what we did just for fun was to play back back to them by copying what they did, to them, and they were like horrified. Absolutely horrified. But see, this is why you need to learn more about you. When they saw us doing what they were doing, they were going, oh my gosh, does it really look that bad? That's terrible. I don't actually want to look like that to the other person. So there you go. That's a key, one quick way to work it out. Get the other person to feed back to you exactly what you do. But you have to do that in great energy, and you've got to make it a lot of fun. But of course, what we're about is helping you long term. So if you recognise that this is a challenge that in your relationship life, guy or girl, you keep facing, which is fearful to leave a relationship that's not working, keep going back to it, it's all very conditional, it's on, off, in, out, then we are definitely here to help you. We have some great tools that you can use to solve that issue. And so we're going to be back in a moment with a commercial break to tell you about how we can help you make that happen for you. So you have the relationship experience you really want instead of the one you don't want. Yeah? So we'll be back in a moment. So here we are back for the commercial break where, we're trusting that those of you that have recognised this as your challenge, the in-out, on-off relationship, are sitting saying, okay, so how could this couple help me? Because the thing is, I want to not have this experience anymore. So
Yeah, I want to know how to stop that happening. So we've obviously got lots of ways that we can help you, but the one thing that's really, current at the moment is that we have our home study course, which is this month's video is on, is this the right relationship for me? And it talks about this particular problem we've talked about today, which is I'm keeping in and out of the same relationship, or what we talked about last week, which was, I'm stuck in a relationship and I want to leave and, or the person wants to leave me. Or maybe you're a single going, well, I'm thinking about getting into this relationship. Is this the right relationship for me? Or you're in a relationship and you're going, do I go from dating into real commitment? So all that is called, is this the right relationship for me? It's this month's video. It's got lots of exercises and questions as well to go with it. And
yeah, the key thing is if you just imagine for a moment what it would be like to be in the perfect relationship with no pain, no frustration, no fallouts, no nothing, just all the love that you've always wanted to experience. Now just imagine that for a second, get a feeling in your body of what that feels like. And now, go back for in a quick second to what you're experiencing this in-out relationship. Feel the pain of that. Now it is possible to go from A to B. So what's preventing you going from A to B? Most commonly, it's information, knowledge, having a mentor, knowing the steps. So that's our job really, is to teach you those steps. That's what we're here for. So that's it for this week's TNTV from my beautiful Oriental Birmingham girl and myself, Tony V. We'll be back